Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
My voice is okay today, interestingly enough.
Mine is not.
I know, Patty's isn't. I'm not really sure why, guys. I did a lot of yelling last night too, so maybe I didn't do as much yelling because the kiddos were there. And our youngest, we were actually talking about the fact that we might need to start bringing headphones for him because
Yeah,
he
he was
covered
really
his ear.
happy
Yeah, he
with
covered
that.
his ears whenever we scored goals, which there were a lot
Five.
of. Yeah, there were a
Five
lot of.
goals.
There were a lot of last night. So, mm, it is Thursday, the day after we
Beat
beat
the
the
Minnesota
Frost.
Frost. Can't kick this smile off my
Yes,
face.
yeah. Definitely, definitely was 100% amazing. It was a great game.
Our older kiddo too kept saying, he said it more than once, like, how did we do that?
Yeah, it
How
was
did we do
even this
that?
morning. He's like, I still can't believe we beat the Frost. I'm like, you are so adorable. And we were having a conversation last night in bed about the fact that we beat the Frost and how, well, you were just saying like they didn't have as much on the line as we did,
They
but
really didn't. I mean, not that they weren't trying to win, and
yeah,
I've said that
yeah,
repeatedly. They were definitely trying to
and
win.
they were
They
fighting
were they
hard.
they did, and they did
Yeah,
not give up at all.
no,
But I feel like the points were more important to us than they were to them. And even Anna
I,
Wilgren said that in
I,
the post game.
I think that's
We had
true.
more to play for.
Anna Wilgren didn't talk to
No,
us.
not Anna Wilgren. Sorry, Lily said
Lily
it. Yeah,
Delianatis. Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's okay. I was like, Anna wasn't in the post game. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna start at the beginning as we always do. So we had our kids with us. So we it was funny because I talked to somebody at the Trinket Exchange about that because they were it was Lily and Serena. I always forget which one's the mom and which one's
Serena's the daughter.
Serena's daughter. Okay, so I was talking to Lily, and she, because we were talking about Saturday and her having to do like the kiddo thing on Saturday, and I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "We have our kids with us tonight," and she was like, "How do you guys do that?" And I was like, "Well," I said, "The magic of it is that we don't come to the games together. That one of us comes early and does pregame, and one of us." Stays
Stays
late and
late.
does post game, and sometimes it's the same person, sometimes it's different people, but we just basically trade the kids off in the center. So
And we were
um,
walking out last night, and they're like, "What car are we driving home?" I'm like,
yeah,
"We're
yeah,
driving
they know. Yeah,
home."
they know.
Yeah.
They know that it's definitely it's a shift. So anyway, starting at the beginning, I came up later with the kiddos, but you came up for pregame.
I
So
did. I
okay.
I was there for pregame, and Coach talked about, the last game, because we touched on the last game again about Vancouver and the gut punch that was, and then a little bit on how Vancouver gut punched us again Tuesday night. Like, really just hit the ball back into our court so hard that,
Yeah.
we were scrambling to return that serve, and you know what? We did it. So, but it was good to see friends. I feel like it had been a while since I was impressed. I guess the last time I didn't stay because I went down for warm-ups, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice to talk to Coach, and as always, he has answered our questions very, very nicely.
Yeah.
So,
And just for those that don't know, so the way that this game started, when we went to this game, Vancouver had been mathematically eliminated in the last game with us. We eliminated them because we went to overtime. And so they started accruing goal points. So they had a game on Tuesday night against the Victoire,
mhm.
and which they won in regulation, which means that they accumulated 3 gold points. So we were sitting with 1 gold point from the game where we went to an overtime loss with them, and they were
Three
sitting
points.
at 3 points towards the goal plan because of their
Win.
regulation win against Victoire. And so the importance of this is right now where we were sitting is we still had a game on them. So the game last night was our,
Game in
equally, yeah,
hand.
game in hand. So it was very important for lots of reasons for us to win, other than just like obviously it's fun to win, but in order for us to quote unquote catch up or stay ahead or whatever the case might be, we really needed to win for the goal plan last night. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, about the standings and where everybody's at. Did the standings update for Ottawa?
I think they were updated, remember,
Okay,
because everyone had played 29 games. So I think they were updated, and Ottawa still
because
is in it
that
because they
because they
didn't
didn't
win
win in
regulation.
regulation. That was what we
Yeah,
decided.
yeah.
Again, this was midnight last night in bed when we were talking about all this. So my
Hmm.
apologies that my memory is not serving. But yeah, so Then after pregame press, Patty grabbed our Barbie bags. It was Barbie
Got our
bag guy.
Barbie
It
bag
was
night.
Barbie.
Barbie
And
bag night.
apologies to anyone who was offended by my purple attire last night.
You know what? It worked.
It was PWHL purple. I know actually neither of us were wearing anything Torrent specific. Like we weren't wearing any team branded
Besides our
gear. And
bracelets.
I hate to say this, Sadie, I'm sorry, but I feel like maybe that's the magic sauce and we can't wear Torrent
Because we
branded gear.
want to beat the
We
frost
can't wear Torrent
in no
branded. And
gear.
I was in purple, which I was in PWHL purple, not frost purple, but
He thinks there's a distinction
there
between
is a
PW
distinction.
purple.
The frost purple is a more blue purple, and the PWHL
She's got
purple
the
is a
aspect
more
too.
red purple.
Okay.
Someone with some color theory and art, like an art history degree or art degree, please chime in. We have lots of friends who are very. I feel like someone that we know has an art degree. Please chime in on color theory and how there are different kinds of
I
purples.
know there's different kinds of purples, but there's purple in the if there's purple in the building and the Frost are playing, you think they're like I'm surprised someone didn't like zoom in on you and go, "Oh, look, it's a
No, would
Frost
you
fan."
stop? My shirt was
They
pink and purple, and it said "Our game, our rules," and it was very obvious that it was not a Frost shirt. Thank you very much.
okay.
It's a very strong point of contention. I was not cheering for the Frost last night. In no point
Absolutely not.
was I cheering
In
for the
no
Frost.
way, shape, or
Actually,
form.
our Section 7 homies, which we're going to talk about them here in a second, actually were giving me a hard time and said they were going to jump me if I cheered for the Frost. And I said, I will not be cheering for the Frost, I promise. And
I missed
so,
that
oh, that's
conversation.
when I walked in and talked to Court and Ray like before. Anyway, when we found out. So I guess, no, let's talk about that after. That's
Okay,
if we get to do, we got to do chronological because it'll get too confusing. There's too much that happened last night.
a lot.
Okay, so you got Barbie bags, and then went down
Got
and
the
got our
game
spot,
puck.
got the game puck, and went down and got our spot. So like our collection, that's behind me, I'm pointing behind me,
Hmm.
is now complete, all except for March 11th. So if anybody has a March 11th,
One more puck on Saturday.
that's true. But besides that, it will be complete except for March 11th. So if anybody has a March 11th game puck that they're willing to
What do we have to trade for that?
off,
Do we
I
have a
don't know.
CJ bobblehead?
We do have a CJ bobblehead. We have
Ooh.
an extra CJ bobblehead. If anybody's interested, I would be willing to trade a CJ bobblehead for that March 11th puck. Okay. So we got there, went down to the glass for warm-ups. The kids decided that they wanted to do signs with candy because they hadn't done that at all, and they had heard some interviews or something with the players
That they
that they
love the
like, yeah,
sour
they like
candies.
wanted sour candy. So the kids were like, "Can we get sour candies and do signs?" So we're like, "Absolutely." So they brought in they brought in their signs and their candy, and we stood on the glass, which was so much fun. It was really fun. The players were really into it. They were getting really excited. There was tons of people along the wall or along the glass that were just, there was one. Um, there was one gentleman, he had the Barbie, the purple or pink, no, it was pink Barbie jersey. And he had Keppel with her number and then Raya the label at the bottom. I don't
Oh,
know if you saw
cool. I
that.
didn't see
I
that.
think that's what, I think they were the ones that traded her for the nerds.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why Mariah was
Yeah.
like, "Give me my
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's not leaving
Yeah,
without her
yeah.
candy."
So we were, and shout out to Liz Walter, who was the photographer in that, in
Did all the candy
the
exchange.
photographer hole that's right down there by our warm-ups. Yeah, that she was doing the candy exchanging. So thanks, Liz, because we were part of that, and we really appreciate you. And she got some great pictures of our family too.
She
So
did.
we really appreciate you, Liz,
Yeah.
for that too. So anyway, all that to say, the kids both got warm-up pucks because who get I get oh Sydney
Seth
Langseth
gave one to Mal
yeah,
or
oh,
little one.
the little one. Sorry, we're gonna say their names, and then Tara Lova traded for our big one
Yeah.
and she was so funny because she was like, "I'm not leaving without my candy," because Langseth was like, "I gotta finish warming up, like I can't take the candy." So one of the admin people for the torrent took the
Uh,
candy for her, which is great. But then yeah,
Tara
Tara
Lou
Lova's
was
like,
like,
"Nope,
"Nope, I'm waiting right here by
give it to
this
me,
photograph pole.
give it to me."
Give me my candy."
Yeah. So so it was it was great warm ups, and then we went back.
And really, everyone around us got pucks. The
Yeah, no,
little kid got a puck,
and I
and
will say because I was not sure who the second player was who was throwing into the net. It was Daniel Serdachny
yeah,
again, and
yeah,
also Julia Gosling. I was right because I was like, I think it was Julia Gosling, but I'm not
yeah,
100% for sure.
throwing him behind the net,
Yeah, throwing them up into the net and over.
netting.
So yeah, and
Yeah,
then netting. So just shout out to our team for just making the fan experience just stellar, like
Yeah.
honestly stellar. I guess the other big news for warm-ups that, I just want to shout out to Women's Pro Hockey Seattle. They
Oh
got
my
in the
God.
penalty
Penalty
box
box.
during warm-ups, which they said was just epic. So,
It was nice to see you there.
it was nice. So yeah, lots of friends there. Zoe, Alicia, Ava. I mean, there was, they had a
Hmm.
bunch of people in the box. So it was really great. Just a great honor for them to get out there and do. And just because we've done it before, we know how fun it's
It's so
fun.
much fun.
It's very fun to be there. It's definitely a different experience, a different angle than just being on the regular glass. So
Absolutely.
yeah, super fun. Okay, so
Then we headed back over, got some treats for the
yep,
kids, and the game started.
the game started.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the game, at which Patty has now watched twice.
I did. Had a great morning.
So, hoping that she can talk about it intelligently. I don't know that I can because I'm very
We'll
tired.
see. Don't hold your breath.
I'm very tired. We were up late after getting home from the game. Anyway, okay, so game starts. It's a pretty full arena. The upper deck wasn't full by any.
Almost 13,000 though, right?
No, 12,
Oh,
almost
almost
12,
12.
11 something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 11 and some change, or almost 12, I think. So, yeah, no, it was a good crowd for a Tuesday night. Like, honestly, for a team that doesn't have any chance at the playoffs,
Wednesday night, but
oh, Wednesday night, thank you. Wednesday night game.
still
Yeah, it's
midweek.
just midweek
Like,
game, like, 7 o'clock game. It was a good crowd. It was fun. It was fun to see everybody there for sure. So the game starts, and we didn't get a score within the first 2 minutes.
3 minutes. Much
Four
more than
minutes,
four
yeah,
minutes.
4.5 minutes. Taylor Heisey scored, which, again, I was glad because I looked up at the clock at one point. It was like 17, and I was like, oh, they didn't get a goal within the first 2 minutes. We're doing good because I think if you look at our stats, it's
The
actually
first
pretty
few
high. Yeah, the
minutes.
first 2 minutes is like I think 10,
I
10
don't know if
games.
it was the first 2 minutes, but I don't know what the time metric is there, but it definitely were the worst in the league in
Yeah,
scoring
early.
early
Yeah,
goals. I
early
don't
in
know
the
if
first
that's
course.
before the first TV timeout, what
Yeah.
they're
I
considering
don't know.
early. I don't know
I
about
don't
the
know. I
times,
felt like I
but
heard 2 minutes. But anyway, so long story short, Taylor Heisey did score the first goal of the game at 4 minutes and 35 seconds. That was assisted by Katie Knoll and Kendall Cooper. And yeah, I mean, they're a good team. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was like, yep, they're a good team. They can score goals. That's
yeah,
what they do.
they have a
They're a
good
very
shot.
physical. They're a very physical team too. I will say that, and we can get into that a little bit later about the physicality of this game. But yeah, so that I cannot believe in looking at that there were only 4 penalties. I don't feel like they were calling a lot of penalties. Let's be honest. There was a lot of booing of the refs, which we do not do. There was a lot of refs you suck, which actually coach talked about in post game that he's like that's part of hockey, and I'm like, man, I don't know that it has to be
It
part of
should
hockey,
be.
coach.
His
Yeah,
brother is a ref, and I
yeah,
don't think he enjoys it, but I think that just everyone does it.
funny.
But we do not agree.
Yeah, but yeah, so his brother is a ref for those that don't know, which I just think is epic that he was enjoying the fact that there was the the chanting of refs you suck. So I think the other thing of note, since we're on chanting, we should probably talk a little bit about is that, and I don't think we even need to commentate on how we feel about it, but we're just going to commentate on the fact that it happened. Every time Britta Curl Salami got the puck, there were boos.
There were boos.
And there was a resounding chant, after the puck was out of her possession that would say, Britta, go home. So I don't know. I would be interested to hear how Britta felt about playing here in Seattle, but there was definitely some strong feelings from our crowd. I actually I'm gonna shout out to Liz Walter for the pick. I asked her at the beginning of the game if she could take it. It was a sign across the rink of it said trans athletes belong in sports, and I was like, oh, I really want a picture of that sign. So I'm gonna get it posted at some point. I haven't had any time today to do any posting, but anyway, long story short, I hope that the message read loud and clear as far as where Seattle stands on all of this. W- wherever we stand on all of it, it doesn't matter. But I think Seattle stands firmly in the support and inclusion of trans athletes.
Athletes.
Yeah, trans
Every
athletes in the
except for
sport that try
triple
to play.
play.
Right, absolutely. However they identify, they should not be excluded from the sport. So
And some players who get booed every time they touch the puck. I'm just saying.
No, no,
It's
no.
like
Yeah, I want to hear the NHL version of this, please.
some NHL players thrive on that, and it makes them play a better game, and it makes them a little more jump in their step. I don't know how Britta feels about that, but I know that that can't be everybody. But it's like, oh, they notice me, and they
Mm,
enjoy that. Like, hey, I'm on the radar. I'm in the,
mm.
I'm on.
In the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good or bad, like there's no bad press. Is that what
no,
we're going? Well,
kind of like,
yeah.
I don't know how it's affecting, if it's affecting Britta at all,
Yeah.
but definitely we heard
Yeah.
the chirps. So
Yeah. And you can do your own research if you don't know what any of this is about. I don't feel like we need to
it's
go
not our
into it.
place.
No, it's not. And I don't necessarily feel, and it's funny because like somebody commented on one of our episodes about us, ragging on the Frost and their fans. And I'm like, we've never, number one, we've never ever said anything bad about the fans. Like, we love all fans. I was actually given a really hard time about wearing my purple. And I actually went up to a gentleman that was in a Frost and I said, "Ooh, you're a brave soul." And he's like, "No, no, no, I'm a Torrent fan, except for when they play the Frost, because I was a Frost, he was a Frost fan before the Torrent joined the league."
I
And
get
so it's like,
that.
anyway, long story short, it's like I would never make any fan feel unwelcome or unwanted. I don't care who you're rooting for. You're a fan of this league, and we're all fan of women's sports. And I mean, I can also say like there are so many players that I can identify with on the Frost. Not so many, but some that I can identify with. So, I'm not going to vilify an entire team. And, if one person chooses to have the beliefs that they have and they're going to hear about it from the Seattle crowd, that's all I have to say. Okay, we'll stop talking about that now. I don't want to get political, but it was of note because it happened the entire game. It did
Hmm.
happen the entire game, and they were not quiet at all about their distaste.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
okay. So we went through the rest of the, 10 more minutes of no scoring back and forth. There was a penalty at 12 20. Himlarova had a hooking penalty, so we did get a power play and we
Late
scored.
in the power play, we
Yeah.
scored.
Uh,
It's a pretty goal too.
yeah. Teralova, it was she shot and it rebounded and then she came around back. Am I remembering that
She
correctly?
shot and it came out to Gosling, who hit it off the boards.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on purpose that she missed the goal and like shot it off the boards, and it came out banked right back to Teralova,
And then
who
Teralova
got
was
it
there. Yeah,
in
and
the
got
empty
it
net.
in.
And I have to say, our first goal and our last goal were very reminiscent. They were
Oh,
very
interesting.
similar. So I
Again, she
kept
just
that in
rewatched the
mind.
game, so I'm gonna anything she says, I'm gonna be like, uh-huh, yep, you got it, because I haven't I watched the game live last night. That was the only version of the game I saw, so I believe her. And yes, it was very so. Anyway, obviously, so exciting to get that goal.
Absolutely.
Two-thirds of the way through, three-quarters of the way, however many, a little ways through, and on the power play at the end of the power play. So.
Definitely felt like it got the pulse back in the
Abs
building.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, I don't feel like it was down at all at that point. I mean, it was still loud and we were cheering and blah, blah, blah. But I do feel like, yeah, the energy did come back up at that point. So we ended ended the first period rather, tied
tied.
1-1. So great feeling. What did we do during first intermission? Oh, we went and saw the Majestics.
Yeah, we saw the
I was
Majestic.
like, what did we do during first period? We also saw Lickety Split. So we'll have
We
to,
saw Lickety
yeah, yeah.
Splits. We saw Michelle from Seattle Pride.
Yes. So okay. So we walked out. So I went out to I think I went out to throw something away, and I remembered that, oh yeah, the Seattle Majestics, which is the women's tackle football team that we went to a couple weeks ago, they had a table set up right behind our section. So we went out, we saw Riley, and we got to see some of the players. Oh, we forgot to look up the names of the
We
players. So
did.
there were three players that were there, and they all signed footballs for the kids, which was so
So
sweet. It was very
cute.
sweet. We got pictures and everything. But it was good just to see them and get to like cheer them on. And then I went back out for some other reason, and then I saw two members of the Lickety Splits. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't remember your names. I'm so sorry.
Hannah was one of them.
Hannah. Okay,
Hmm.
there you go. Okay, so there you
Yeah,
go.
she texted me the pictures.
Oh,
Thank you,
there you go.
Hannah.
Patty's remembering. That's great.
Yep.
Hannah and I'm sorry, your other friend that I don't know their name, but they flew in from Alaska, guys. This is the team that we met at Puck Place Market that from Alaska, and they had the awesome,
Place
yeah,
Market.
Patty's got the sweatshirt on. They had the awesome blue track suits with the rainbows on them. Anyway, so
They had rainbow beards and
yeah,
they
oh
had all
yeah,
kinds of props. Someone had an inflatable
yeah,
unicorn, something.
unicorn. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was very cool.
It was. So
Yeah.
yeah. So Michelle from Seattle Pride Hockey was there with them, and we got to say hi. And then they also had two friends with them, a man and a woman. They're from North Dakota. I didn't catch their names,
Oh, I
but
didn't
they
either.
said they were fans of the show, and so give them a shout out too. So
Love it.
that was fun, and we got a group picture with them, which was awesome. Yeah, and it was good vibes all
Absolutely
around.
good vibes.
Was there anybody else from
I
Women's
think Bailey
Intermission?
came over and said
Oh yeah,
hi.
Bailey. Yes, and Bailey gave me a hockey Barbie bracelet. And I was like, because I wanted to be the hockey Barbie last night, and I got to be the hockey Barbie last night.
She did.
So anyway, so I got a hockey Barbie. Actually, I think that I got more than one hockey Barbie bracelet, but that one
You
was
did.
given specifically to me by Bailey. And thank you, Bailey. I so appreciate you and bringing all your friends to the game too.
I know. Someone from California
Yeah.
too.
We also, I think during first intermission, shout out Gio. It was Gio's birthday, or
Gio's birthday.
one of our Section 7 homies. So
Came and said hi. He wasn't sitting. I don't know if he got a suite or no. He just had seats somewhere else.
yeah,
Maybe it
yeah,
was at the
yeah.
Symetra or
I don't
somewhere
know.
else. But they looked like good seats. Whatever
Yeah.
he was doing, and happy birthday,
And he
Gio.
was also the season ticket holder of the game.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. So anyway, happy birthday, Gio. Shout out to you. So went into second intermission and
First intermission, second
a
period.
second period. I'm having a hard time today. Thank you.
Hmm.
Sorry, work is very worky, guys.
Hmm.
Went into the second period and
Court right away.
very short. Yeah, Grayson Winkle got a goal a little over a minute into the second period. Kendall Coyne Schofield and Kelly Panic assisted on that. Yeah, and so that was a little bit of a letdown just because we were all on the up of like, oh, we're tied, like we're going into second period
We have a
time, and
chance. We have a
we have a
chance.
chance, we have a chance.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
God, they scored again.
Yeah. I can't really think of anything else that happened other than there was a lot of back and forth. So I do want to say I feel like the team looked like they were connecting. I feel like they were playing very aggressively. It was a very physical game. A lot of,
You know,
you
there
know,
weren't a lot of hits for it being, it was very physical, but
really?
there really, I mean, at one point I looked at it, I think it was after two, and there were like we had two hits and they had three, which seemed a little bit,
Yeah,
and
maybe they weren't
there's no
counting.
hits on here.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
I
they weren't
couldn't see
counting
on my
it.
phone.
I don't
But
know.
it was definitely physical, and we didn't even get to I mean, there was a little scrum in the third. We haven't got there
Yeah,
yet.
we'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
So then at 8:12, Carpi got a goal. Woohoo, we haven't seen a Carpi goal in a long time.
Such a pretty goal in front of the net, and you know what? There was a
I
little
mean,
pause after.
it was really funny because she was standing there. I think she was just standing there and kind of got caught in her skates.
It came off her skate.
Yeah.
And somebody, because there was a little pause. I don't know if you remember, they were paused and they were looking,
Oh,
not
whether
that
it
they
went
were
off her
looking at it
skate.
because all the zebras were not at the
Yeah.
at the desk. But there was a little pause, and the commentator said they were looking at goaltender interference, which I didn't see any goaltender interference. But had it gone off her skate
Skate,
and in,
right.
it would not have been a goal. So I think that might have been the holdup a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But she definitely got a stick on it
Yeah,
right
she
before it
did.
got in the
Yeah.
net. So she knew because her skate was right there too.
Well,
When
okay,
it bounced off her skate, and then it was sitting right there, and her skate was right there, and she could have just bumped it in, but she knew that was going to count, so she had to get her stick
right.
on
And actually, Ava put out a TikTok about that today
it.
too, about how like people asked her like, why didn't you just kick it in? Like you can't kick it in. It
Can't
wouldn't
kick it
count.
in.
Yeah, it would.
Can't kick it in, can't bat it in. You got to stick it in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
didn't
that's
mean to
okay.
interrupt you.
So that was an assist from Chef Saul, which was it was a very pretty pass, and Anna Wilgren. So actually, I think that was Anna's second. Yep, that was Anna's second secondary
Second
assist.
point.
Second,
Nice.
yeah, second secondary assist of the night. So and then 11 seconds later, we were not even like I don't even know that Patty
I
was all the way
barely
back.
got back up. I barely got back up.
Yeah, I don't know that Patty was all the way back up by the time that we scored the second goal. 11 seconds later, Gabby, I now know she goes by Gabby because Coach called her Gabby. David, scored that, and this was her first goal as a Torrent,
Yeah, it
so it's
was.
very exciting. Congratulations, Gabby. We're so happy to have you here. I've been rooting for. I don't know if everybody has, but I've definitely been rooting for you to score a goal. I've seen you out there working hard, so it's really awesome. And so that was assisted by Natalie Snodgrass. And shout out Natalie Snodgrass for the pink tape on the warm-up stick.
Love the pink tape.
Yeah, it was very cute. And everybody was just like, "Oh my gosh, look at Natalie's stick with the pink tape." And I know some of the other players had it on their handle, but she was the only one that had it on
On the
the
blade.
hook. Oh, the
The
blade.
blade.
I'm like, what is it called? The hook. The bottom part of the
The thing
stick,
you hook
the
with.
thing on
The
this,
thing you hook
that's right,
with.
the thing on the bottom. Anyway, so that put us up 3-2. So we are now ahead at, halfway through the second period, which is, just incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. So then Bad Girl Brownie, as she does, got a holding penalty.
As Bad Girl Brownie
Actually, we
does.
haven't seen a lot of we haven't seen not seen a lot of brownie penalties this season, but it's just funny because that's the ever running joke that she's bad girl brownie in the boo boo box. But and then while she was on that penalty, they were on the power play. Taylor Heisey scored her second goal.
Second goal of the game.
Yep. That was assisted by Lee Steckline and Kelly Panic. And Kelly Panic, I think that's her second assist of the
I
game
think it
too.
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
I don't know.
I will shout out. Kelly Panic is actually really fun to watch play. Like I know she plays for the Frost, but she is really fun to watch play. And actually, well, she was part of the scuffle in the third period, which we'll get to. But I was like, "Ooh, what's the beef?" I
I'll
wonder.
tell you what the beef
Oh,
is.
okay, okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. So we ended the second period in a tie again. So now it's 3-3. So again, like we're holding in there. We're
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 even. We're
even. We're
even.
feeling good. It's great. So then during second period, we all went to the trinket exchange. The kids went with us. It was really cute because our little one was literally just walking up to people and grabbing whatever they had in their hands. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's so grabby. They're like, no, no, it's fine. I'm like,
Everyone was just
okay.
handing him
They
stuff
were,
too. I
yeah.
mean, he's so cute.
I know
It's like
he is very
everyone
cute.
wants to give him everything.
He's 6 and he has curly hair. And so if you can just imagine like a little curly haired 6-year-old boy, like I mean, people just think he's like adorable. So and he knows it too,
Oh yeah.
unfortunately. Somebody gave him a little clip bow, a little pink clip bow. He had it in his hair.
It was
Yeah,
very
for during the
cute.
third period. I was like, yes. And they were
I didn't
both
see
wearing
it. Is it in his? He put everything into
his
his Barbie
Barbie
bag.
bag.
It was so cute. He had it strapped on just like mom.
Both did.
Yeah,
Or
Aiden
the
did too.
older one had to
Oh,
too. No, it's okay. We're really bad.
yeah,
Anyway, so the older one had his Barbie bag on too, which at first he was like, I don't want a Barbie bag. And then when everybody else had, because
he did.
I want to say this out loud because I said it to Patty last night and I do want to say it out loud. I cannot tell you how much joy I had in my heart seeing all the men walking around the arena with Barbie bags strapped to them. Because you know what? I think 10 years ago, guys would have been like, I can't wear a Barbie bag. And guys are like, hell yeah, I'm going to wear a Barbie bag. This is awesome. So I just shout out to any of our male listeners or, people who know people that were there last night. Like total kudos that, they just strapped on the Barbie bags because, Knuff,
Yeah.
Knuff.
Knuff?
Yeah, Ken Nuff. From
Knuff?
you haven't seen the Barbie movie?
No, I haven't
Oh,
seen the Barbie
jeez.
movie. Sorry. Sorry. Ah, somebody had a shirt on that said that though.
Yes, it's from the Barbie movie because Ken is enough. Like that's
Ken is
the
enough.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's all anyway, you gotta watch the Barbie movie.
Sorry.
Anyway, so we were at the trinket exchange and oh my goodness, like we saw so many people. Get your list out because we saw
Yes.
so many
We saw
people.
so many
We
people.
got to
We
give shout
saw
out.
Lindsay came over and
Lindsay from Lindsay and Marta,
yes, and
the
Marta wasn't there, but
sisters.
she was in the building. She
Yeah,
didn't come, but we saw
the
Lindsay.
sisters that we met in New York.
Yes, Jamie from
Yeah,
Portland.
Jamie from
Very
Portland. Like,
sweet.
Jamie, you almost made me cry. Like, you were so sweet. She came up to me and she said, You guys were my hockey family before I met my hockey family because I listened to your podcast. And I was like, Oh,
Oh,
what? I was like, Oh, but now she's riding the bus up on Saturday. Portland's bringing a bus up on Saturday to the game, guys. And so, Jamie,
coordinated that.
I don't know who did that. I
I
have
don't
no idea.
know,
I have
but
no
that's
idea.
awesome.
I have no
Kudos
idea.
for that.
Yeah. Anyway, so actually, I think it's a sports bra. I think the sports bra
Oh,
is who's doing
very
it.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so who else did we see? I mean,
I mean, Bailey was there, but we also met
McKenna was there. We saw
McKenna was
McKenna.
there,
Yes.
yes.
And she gave us wildflowers from her friend, and I don't remember what her friend's name is.
Seeds.
Yes, wildflower seeds. Sorry,
Yes.
wildflower seeds from her friend who owns a florist shop.
And I'll tell you, our little one is really intent on planting
Oh,
that.
good. Oh,
Yes,
okay, yeah, yeah. 'Cause
they
like we
want to
definitely
do
want to
it.
we need to put them out. But yeah, so like I mean, how cool is that? And so I also want to talk about the fact that Ash in Motion came with us at the last game to the Trinket Exchange and was so inspired by what we do at the Trinket Exchange that they went and started their own in Vancouver, you guys. Now they have a Trinket Exchange in second intermission in Vancouver because of us. I was like, yes, way to go, Seattle. Like we started that.
Yeah,
So
love is spreading.
yeah. So I'm excited for them and just because it's such an amazing time. I mean, it's such an amazing time. I mean, Lily and Serena were there. I mean, like just everybody. I mean,
We
I
met
guess
Sean Harrington for the first time. He came by. Don't you remember Sean?
yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
And he said he never got into hockey until our
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Not our podcast, but the torrent.
The
The torrent
torrent.
got him into
Yeah.
hockey, which I love that it
Yeah.
wasn't the K word, that it was the torrent.
That
So it
K
was
word.
nice to that because I was ready for him to say it. I'm like, oh, here comes the K word.
Uh,
But it wasn't, it was the T word.
Yeah, and it was at the Trinket Exchange actually that I met the gentleman. And I didn't catch his name that was in the Frost jersey, and I gave him a hard time, and I was like, "You're very brave," and he's like, "No, no, I'm a Torrent fan." Except, and actually, he knows Brian. Oh, he knows Brian because he's a coach of the Sea Otters.
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
cool.
He coaches Brian's daughter in the Sea Otters, which the Sea Otters, for those that don't know, and we're hoping to have them on here sometime soon, is an adaptive hockey league for kids that may need some,
Some
some
accommodations.
accommodations to be able to play. So anyway, and this gentleman, I'm sorry, I feel bad. Brian would know his name. Brian, we didn't clink.
Brian.
We got to bring clink
Oh.
of Brian. Brian will know his name for sure, but he is a coach for the Sea Otters. So even though he was wearing a Frost jersey, which we will give him a pass because he was a Frost fan first.
And I'm used to that in Anaheim because
Yeah.
so many Anaheim fans were fans of other teams and then they moved to California, as everybody does. They
Yeah.
see the Rose Parade and want to move to California. So, oh, sorry. So I get it because when your team is in town, you root for your team. And I never did that for the Canucks after I gave them up, but I get it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And my
Okay.
wife was wearing purple.
I was wearing purple. Anyway, so the Trinket Exchange was mega fun. It was really fun to get to see everybody, and it was just and I was handing out. This is a good time to talk about this now because I was handing out. I didn't have our bracelets.
Oh
Patty
yeah,
and the
that's
kids had
right.
our bracelets, but I was handing out flyers because our Section 7 friends, Court and Ray, and all of them are had decided that they wanted to tailgate before the game
The
on
last
Saturday.
game.
So tailgating is not a usual hockey adventure, but what they decided was we're gonna all meet in the southwest corner of the arena. So, like, if you look on a map, like, and orient it with north, the southwest corner, there's a basically a space that we're gonna just people bring lawn chairs and bring your lunch, bring your afternoon. We're gonna meet at 4 p.m. So doors are actually at 5:30. So they on their little flyer it said doors are at 6. They're not, which is fine. I mean, you can go in whenever you want to go in, but doors are at 5:30, so everybody's going to meet up at 4. So just bring yourself, bring a chair if you want to sit and hang out. Nobody, you don't have to sit down if you don't want to. And then bring food, non-alcoholic beverages. That's what the request is. But just come and
We
have
don't want to get
fun.
rowdy. We just want to have fun
We just want to have fun.
out and
Yeah.
just enjoy our last game. It's our
Yeah.
last game.
Yeah.
It's the last
It's
game
the last game.
of the regular season.
Yeah, so we just, we're going to be there. Just anybody that can come, that wants to come early, just please come. So I was handing, anyway, that the story is that I was handing out those flyers during, people are like, "Ooh, what do you have?" I'm like, "I have a flyer for a hangout." I was like, "Nothing to trade. I don't need any more friendship. I do. I want all the friendship bracelets. I don't need any more friendship bracelets." So anyway, long story short, that's the deets on, and I'm sure we'll post about it. Oh gosh, tomorrow, Saturday. I mean, we only have 2 days
We
before
have
the
two
game.
days.
I know, but we'll probably post about it too, just so everybody knows. But we'd love to see anybody that can come and just hang out before the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, so anything else from second intermission?
No.
Did we get everything?
Yes.
Okay,
From second
from
intermission.
second intermission. Okay, so now we are going to start the third period. So again, we're a 20-minute hockey game, guys, because we're tied 3-3. So, whoever wins this period is who wins the game. So honestly, thankfully, 2 minutes and 29 seconds in, our captain, Hillary Knight, scores a goal. It's good because she scored a goal last game
It
too.
was
I'm like,
beautiful too.
it
Oh
was,
my gosh, the feed from Teresa.
yes. So assist by Teresa Schaffsal and Alex Carpenter, which,
Shot it way
yeah,
down the ice and got it, and they
yeah,
got a little stick on it. Minnesota got a stick on it, but
yeah,
not enough. And it was a great feed, Alex. And
yeah,
then the pass by T. Oh my gosh, it
yeah.
was really a
And
beauty.
it was a beautiful snipe for
Yeah,
sure. So,
yeah,
and it's good.
very.
Again, it's really good to see Knight. Not that, I mean, not that she only can score. Obviously, she can do other things than that, but it's really good because she's scored in the last, she's had goals in the last 2 games.
Yep,
So it's been fun to see that for her. So
yep.
that happened. And then Anna Wilgren, so now we're ahead. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. Now we're up 4-3. So yeah, we're all breathing a little bit easier because we're like,
Scream our
okay,
heads off.
we're ahead. This is great. I mean,
Yeah.
we none of us want to get too comfortable because of what happened last time,
Hmm.
but We're
Mhm.
like, okay, we're ahead. This is good.
Mhm.
So then 11:42, Anna Wilgren, which is like Anna had the night of her life. Anna Wilgren scored with an assist by Lily Delianos, which was that
Yay!
actually is her second
Second
assist. Yeah.
assist.
And she almost got a goal in the
She really
first.
did. It was so
Oh,
close.
it was one of those like I just really wanted it for her so bad. I'm like, oh, Lily could have scored. But
Mm.
anyway, and then Emily Brown actually
Got the
got the
secondary.
secondary, which you said that was her is her highest.
Yeah, she matched her highest output, or maybe she beat it.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. So
sorry.
no, it's either equal to or greater than her, highest
Yeah.
pointed season so far. So yeah, so that was 11:42, and then shortly thereafter, Lindy Lobdell takes an illegal body checking penalty. Is
This
this when?
started way before, not way
Okay.
before, but right before it says the hit by Himlarova. That really started it because she put a hit on Lindy Lobdell in the defensive zone that
Oh,
was really
I didn't
bad.
see
I
any of
mean,
this.
Lindy went skate first into the boards. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
And she looked like she was shaken up, but she got right back up and into it. But really not very. And I think that because there was another call to like an even up call right after this call on Minnesota, which I think the refs were like talked about it. And sometimes it happens, they miss a call, whatever, and they're like, okay, the next one we'll call it. I don't know, whatever, but it was not a very I didn't feel like it was a very clean hit by Himlarova on Lindy. And so then Lindy got a little heated and
Yeah.
she not like she took it out on Taylor Heisey, but you know what? You're not just going to sit back and take that. So I think that hit by Himlarova is really what started the whole penalty by Lindy.
Okay. So then I didn't see any of that, guys, obviously. I was also I think I was in the bathroom for Anna
Oh, you
Wilkins.
were in the bathroom, and you know what I wanted to say about Ann Wilkins' goal?
Yeah.
It was the perfect setup, and we say this, and this is something we say pretty much every time there's an offensive face-off. We try to remember to say
Oh
this.
yeah.
It was win a
Win face
face-off, score a
goal.
goal.
Oh, and I missed
I
it.
know it
Oh.
was. There was a couple passes, but it was win a face-off, score a goal,
I
which is
took
the
the
best plan.
yeah.
Like I don't know why we don't do it every time. It's really the best way to score.
I took the little one to the bathroom and it's really funny. So guys, I'm actually like I was sad I missed it. I missed the goal, but I also was kind of happy because I will tell you why. I heard something I've never well, I thought I heard it during one of the goals when we got a goal early in the game. They played Misery Business. And at the end of Misery Business when normally the song like she goes on to sing, it's like it was like da 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 da, and it goes, "Let's go torrent." And I thought that the arena was chanting. And then when I was in the bathroom and heard just the song because I was waiting for my little one, I was like, "Oh no, they've changed the song. They modified Misery Business, and then it chants 'Let's go torrent' three times at the end of it." And I was just
Love
like,
it.
"Oh, that's so cool!" Like I didn't even like because it's so loud in the arena, you guys, that I mean, you barely can hear the first goal we ever scored. We had the hardest time even hearing the
Couldn't
song
even hear the
because we're
song.
like, "What's the song? What's the song?" Because we were so excited about it, and it was so loud. It was so hard to hear the song. So
Gosh, I
anyway,
love our
a
building
little a little plus minus for me that I was sad I missed Anna
with the
Wilgren's
hockey
goal.
talk plus
I
minus.
whatever. I was
I was gonna say she got an Easter egg in the
I
bathroom.
got I did get an Easter egg in the bathroom for sure. I got to hear it like without any crowd over it, so that was really exciting.
Yeah.
So okay,
So
so
if you ever
then
hear a scream, win a face off,
score
your
a goal,
answer, score
score
a
a goal.
goal.
Yes, that's what we say. So then less than a minute later, Kelly Panic takes a tripping penalty, which then means that after we finished the last minute
Yeah,
of
four on
our,
four for a
yeah,
bit.
4-4 for a minute, and then we were on a power play for a minute there as well. So I think this is when the Panic David Agia scuffle happened in between that and no?
No, that was on the hit when I was talking about with the Lindy Lobdell and
Oh,
Himlarova.
that was that
Yeah,
far?
it
Oh, I
was.
didn't realize it was that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
was the
I
hint.
want to talk about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there was actually like a for real scuffle, guys. They did not
I
take
mean,
gloves
they
off.
dropped gloves, but
No,
but
Lexi was
was punching a little bit, but
yes.
she had her stick in her hand. So does that count as a punch?
Uh
I'm not
it
sure.
looked like she was punching.
She
Like
was
so her
definitely using her hands.
yeah, so her and Kelly Panic were going at it for real. And I feel like Gabby David was also in it a little bit too. So it was, like there was definitely some, and this is why I said, because, Patty at the beginning, and she's saying that they didn't have as much on the line. I think that just from an emotional standpoint, did not want to lose to
And pride.
us.
They didn't want to lose. The
It's what I
biggest
meant. It's
pride
like,
is,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They did
eating.
not want to lose to us, and so it was obvious that I mean, we're up, guys. We're up five,
Five to
three
three.
now. So we have two, which of course we always say is the most
Most
dangerous
dangerous.
lead in hockey is to have a 2 point lead. But anyway, so we were up 2 points on them. So and I can feel the collective holding breath of the arena now as we get down under 2 minutes because it
The
was
last
like
game did
last
not
game.
go well.
Yeah, the last game we thought we had in the bag and we did not. And so we're all, we're scared to get excited to do anything. So I will say that do you know the woman who sits behind us name?
Oh my gosh, I don't know her
Yeah,
name.
we should
We
ask. It's
should
really
ask because she's
bad
behind us every
all the
game.
time. Yeah, so
It's hard to talk to her though because she's so,
she's
she's
so
so
far up.
removed,
Yeah.
which is why we like being
Yeah.
there because we can stand up and we don't block her view.
Yeah.
But it makes it hard to have a conversation
Yeah.
because she's a little removed from us. But
So
very
she
nice
did.
woman.
She said at that point when Kelly Panic went into the penalty box, she said, "How long do you think it's going to be before they pull?" Or maybe when she came out, it was a timeout or something. She's like, "How long do you think before they pull the goaltender?" I said,
It
"As
wasn't
soon
long.
as no." I said, "As soon as they gain possession." I was like, "As soon as they get possession, they are pulling the goaltender. They are not going to lose. They're not going to lose to us by 2 points." I was like,
Mm-mm.
"They will do everything in their power to not lose to us by 2 points." I said, "So the goaltender is coming out, and the goaltender did come out."
Took her a minute because
No, no,
we
we had
kept the puck.
possession.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had
We
possession.
had
We weren't giving
possession.
it up,
Yeah.
so we kept her out there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. So then again, collective holding breath of the entire arena because we're like a 2 point lead does not mean anything because we unfortunately have seen that slip away from us very quickly. But at with 14 seconds left, Kelly Panic does score their fourth and final goal.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, with an assist by Britta Curl-Slummy. Oh, did I just show my cards? Oops. And Lee Steckline. So,
And Hannah Murphy just stood on her head. Like I
oh,
don't know how many saves she made
that was
in
ridiculous.
that.
There was okay, so they pulled the goalie. There was six.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were six people offensively, to R5, and so they were. I mean, literally, this was like the batting around of the puck, and it was like who knew? Like you couldn't see where it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Like it was impossible.
Yeah.
Hannah,
And
like
Hannah Murphy just ended like
yeah,
laid
starfish.
out on the ice and she did everything,
Yeah.
but it came to the side and
Yeah,
went right
it went in.
in.
It went in. But
Yeah.
it's not for lack of trying and not even for the lack of defense on our side too. They just had one more person on the
Mhm.
ice than we did and they got it in. So again, that goal goes in and they celebrate and we are again all collectively holding our breath because we know
Yeah.
12 seconds is more than
Stomach just
enough.
flinched.
Yeah. 12 seconds is more than enough. And then our little one says, "I have to go potty." And I'm like, "Oh shoot. Okay, here we
And you had
go."
just gone.
He
Okay,
had
you had
just
just
yeah,
gone.
again because I during Anna Wilgren's goal. It wasn't very long ago. So I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I missed the end of the game. I obviously I heard from the bathroom that we won, but you got to see the end of the game. So,
It was amazing.
yeah.
And kudos to the team for getting the puck out. We won I don't even think we won the face-off. I think they won it and we like strong-armed our way and Hillary Knight got it up and out of the zone and it was beautiful. But you know what we forgot to talk about?
What?
Got to talk about that cute little kid in front of us with the curly
Oh
hair.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's this little
Oh
blonde
my
curly
gosh,
haired
she had to be about
kiddo.
one, right? Just early
Maybe,
walker,
yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
around one,
yeah.
right around
10,
there.
11 months old.
But yeah, but we wanted to definitely tell you because he finally high-fived me. Because when I run and down and high-five
And
everyone,
they were sitting on the aisle.
they were sitting on
Yeah,
like two rows in front of us.
yeah,
And the first time I high-fived, he was not happy. Like,
yeah.
no, I'm good. And then
I think it was
finally,
during the second period he started flirting a little bit. Like he was facing backwards and like we
well,
were
he liked
playing
my wife's
peekaboo.
wig.
Yeah, I had bright pink hair, guys. So he
Yeah.
was he was very much looking at the colors. And so we were
Hmm.
we were flirting a little bit with him. And then
Hmm.
finally, yeah, he came. And then when they left, because I think they left during second period.
They left, yeah.
Yeah.
Early in the third.
Okay, I
I
don't
think
know.
it was early in the third.
But he did give us all high fives.
All of us, the kids, us,
Yeah.
everyone. He was totally into it. But as they were leaving, we heard the moms talking. I think it was the moms.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could have
Yeah.
been aunts. I don't know.
Whatever.
The two women that were with him is like, did you get his shoes? I got his shoes. I think I put them in the bag. I
Yeah.
think they weren't in the bag.
Yeah, the people that were sitting next to you found the shoes. So we wanted to remember to say this. If anybody knows the two women with the little cute curly toe-headed boy sitting in front of us, we gave your shoes to the really sweet usher, and
Took him to Lost and Found.
yeah. So if those shoes are important or you need to get them back, they're at Climate Pledge Lost and Found.
I don't know
So
where you live. I hope it's
yeah,
Portland.
I know. We were like, should we take them home? Should we like how are we
How
gonna get
can
them?
we get them to
Yeah.
them?
So. Anyway, the funny thing is Patty's comment, which was really true. She's like, "Oh, it's okay. He'll grow out of them pretty soon,"
Very
which is
quickly.
very true.
It's like it's not going to
Yeah.
be long till he grows out of those.
We just pulled the next biggest size out for the little one, and he's already pretty much outgrowing
I
them. So
know.
it's kind of it's anyway,
Even his
whatever.
clothes, they looked small. Why
I
is he
know.
so
I know.
big?
He's very
Stop it.
okay.
All right.
So that's the game. Anything that happened on the way out? I went to like okay, so I should talk about that. I went to post game.
Well,
And
Erin said hi to us first before we go on with that.
oh yeah,
Erin said hi on her way out,
yes,
said she was a fan, so we
yeah.
wanted to say
Shout
hi.
out.
Yeah, shout out to Erin.
Aaron,
So
yeah,
thanks for
absolutely.
saying
Thank
hi.
you for stopping by. Thank you to everybody that stopped and say hi. If we forgot your name, if we
We
forgot
will
about
forget your
you,
name.
yeah,
We need to tell you this. Even if we've met you and talked to you and you're like, "Oh, thank you," I will ask you again. And
yeah.
I'm sorry, but
It takes a couple of times for us to remember, and
it takes me a couple more than that.
it's anyway. It's not because we want to know everybody. It's just it's hard to remember people's names. So I hope nobody takes offense to any of that because we
Please don't.
definitely want to know you, and we want to we want to keep you in our minds. We want to we love this community.
It's our family.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
You went
that's
to press.
okay. Yeah, so I went to post game press and they had Taylor Heisey and Coach Ken
Clee.
Klee, yeah, out for the Frost, and then they brought out Teresa Schaffsel and
Lily.
Lily Delianatis, thank you. I'm like, who else?
Mhm.
Lily Delianatis. And the thing I was really thinking about, they were talking about the game and they were talking about, all the hockey people talk about the hockey stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about something I want to know about. And I'm like, how do you stay motivated when you're already out of the playoffs? Because like, I mean, gold points are important, like, don't get me wrong, but this is what I was really thinking. And I didn't say this when I asked the question because it would have been mildly inappropriate, but I can say this on the podcast because it's my podcast, is that I'm like, you're not assured, like Lily Delianatis or Teresa Schaffsal, that you will be here next year. So you're literally fighting for, I mean, potentially nothing that's going to benefit you. And it's like, I'm not saying like they don't have, obviously they're all bought into the team and that they're rooting for the team and they're fighting for the team. And I'm not saying that they're not those people. I'm just, that was my question. I'm like, how do you stay motivated knowing that there's not playoffs to play for? And I should, I need to post Lily's response. I don't know. Brian actually just posted something.
Brian.
Brian just posted something, so it might have been that. But like, I just think the response that she gave was so
Poignant.
yeah, I mean, she just talked about how like we're doing this for each other, we're doing this for our team, and we're doing this for the community. And we talked about this last week with just the rallying behind CJ, and everything that that we all felt, that they felt, and I'll just tell you guys, like they felt the love from the community. They expressed that, and I just think that it's amazing, and I think the whole team feels that way. So I just yeah, I just think it was an amazing answer, Lily. Thank you. But I think that that's kind of what I was looking for too, is like that the motivation has to be bigger than themselves, obviously, because selfishly, like they don't know where they're going to be next year. I mean, there's
We
no
hope you're going
guarantee.
to be
Of
here.
course, we don't want anybody to leave.
We don't want anyone
I
to
just
leave.
want more players to come and no one to leave. I know that that's not the way this
Like,
works,
can't
but
we
that's
do that?
yeah,
Can we change the rules? Our rules, our game.
yeah, that's right.
I don't think we can do
I
that.
don't think we can do that either.
Yeah.
But anyway, so um yeah, it was a great game. Just, it was I just all the good feels getting to walk out of there and know that we have three more gold points and we are ahead of
We're
Vancouver.
ahead of Vancouver.
So the
What did I
math
say about that?
uh,
Not the way we wanted to end up 1-2.
yeah, not the
Me,
way
us in Vancouver.
yeah,
It's not the way we wanted to end up
I
one and
wanted
two
to.
this year. But
That's so because everybody at the beginning of the season said we were going to be 1-2 on the year. And so Patty said that last night. I was like, oh, you've got to remember that and say that again. Not the way we wanted to end up 1-2 this year, but it looks like we're going to be 1-2. So the
yeah,
math on this, guys, just so everybody knows, New York did get eliminated. They are mathematically eliminated.
they only have one more game.
Ottawa
Has not been
did not,
eliminated
and
yet.
neither is Toronto. So
No,
neither Ottawa
big
nor
game between the
Toronto
two of them.
have been eliminated at this point because Ottawa needed to win in regulation and they didn't. They won in overtime. Or did they lose?
They won.
They won in
They won in
overtime.
overtime.
That's right. They won in overtime. So this is the whole deal with the gold points, guys. The only other team that's vying for gold points is New York, and because we have 4 gold points, they cannot
They
beat
can't
us
beat us.
because they can only get 3 in this game. So Vancouver already has 3. We have 4. So now it is just between us and Vancouver for who's going to get first round draft pick. So we are going to be first or second round draft pick, 100% for sure, certain right now where we're sitting before Saturday's game, because of the 1 point we
It
got.
was such an important
And that's what
point.
I said when we got
You
it, but
really
nobody
did.
believed me.
We knew it, but it was a heartbreaking point. It
It
was the
was
most heartbreaking point
it
ever.
was the most heartbreaking point. Would it have been nice to have 3 points at this point? Yes, it would have been nice. But here's the deal, is that if whatever the outcome of Saturday's game, if it is equal between us and
Vancouver,
Vancouver,
they win.
if they had won, but I'm saying if they had won, no, they don't win. If it's equal between us and Vancouver, we win because we have that 1 point.
Oh, against them?
Yes, but
Well,
if
they got, oh, because the 2 points they got against us didn't count.
exactly. So
Okay.
had we won that game and been had 6 points, sitting at 6 points now to their three, if they win and get 6 points and we lose and get zero, they win first round draft pick, isn't that right? Or no, no, Brian said no, we win because we're lower in
Maybe.
seeding. No,
I
no,
really
that's
don't
the
know the points.
he put the rules out. And I think the rules are if we equal in gold points, it's whoever has the lower total for the
Okay.
season. So we
Okay.
would win.
And
Anyway, but long story short, I do think the 1 point that we won in that one game,
was
even though it
very
was a
important.
loss, was a very important
Thank you,
point.
CJ,
Yes,
for the
thank you,
one point.
CJ, for the 1 point because right now we are in the standings above Vancouver because we have that 1 point over them.
And the huge win last night.
Yes, and it was a huge win.
Our 11-year-old said that. Like, how do we do that?
Yeah,
We already talked about that,
yeah,
but
we
how do
did.
we do it?
We don't
We
know.
beat Minnesota.
Yeah. Okay, so this has gotten to be a long episode. Sorry, guys, but we want to really quick talk about this weekend, because we are doing a crazy thing again. We are actually tonight, it's Thursday, we're flying to Las Vegas to celebrate my wife's birthday, which is next week, and we are going to fly back home on Saturday
For the game.
because of the game, and then fly back out on Sunday to go back and enjoy the rest of our little vacation in Vegas. So
What is it? Abbreviated? No, punctuated vacation?
I don't
I don't know
know.
what you
It's
want to
the
call
yeah,
it, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely
Truncated. That's a
yes.
bit truncated.
Truncated,
Yes,
sir.
truncated is the
Like
word.
that.
Anyway, so we will definitely be here for the game on Saturday, barring any, craziness with airlines or whatever. We're going to be here for the game on Saturday. Don't forget tailgating before southwest corner of the Climate
Eight
Pledge,
o'clock.
arena area. Look for the big crowd.
We'll be there.
think there's going to be a large crowd. So that should be really fun. And then that's it, guys. I do also want to mention that this is today, actually, today, I believe, is the anniversary of the Vancouver announcement.
Mm.
So it was either yesterday or today is the anniversary.
It had to be yesterday. No, it
No,
had to
no,
be
no.
today because it wouldn't have been the same day of the week. It would have been
Yes,
one
it
day
would
after. So
say,
I think
yeah.
today is the 1 year.
Yeah. So today is the 1 year because Cam from Average Joe Sports Network put it out on his that the announcement that they made in Vancouver. So anyway, so it is the 1 year anniversary today. Today's Thursday of the announcement of Vancouver, which means we are obviously rapidly approaching the 1 year anniversary of the Seattle announcement, which was, I believe now that know that theirs was on a Wednesday, it was a week later because ours was on a Wednesday too.
Mm.
So we are going to celebrate the anniversary of the podcast probably next, on Monday's
On Monday, our
episodes because
regular drop.
that's the 50, that's the 52nd episode. So that's the culmination of the year. Who knows? Maybe our birthday celebration will go on for many, many weeks. But don't worry, we're not going anywhere. This is going to continue. We will find everything or absolutely nothing to talk about in the off season.
You know what? And we can talk about nothing. I don't know if we can do it for an hour, but we can definitely do it for a half an hour.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
People will appreciate. People will appreciate. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that's everything. We hope to see everyone that can show up on Saturday to show up. We will put out an episode on Monday to go over that game and all the festivities of the weekend. It's going to be a little crazy because, like we just talked about, our in and out to Vegas, but we will get an episode recorded and out on Monday morning. So I think that's everything.
Mm,
Yes? Did I
yeah.
forget something?
I don't know. Are you going to say it or not going to say it?
What am I going to say?
Do I get a last word?
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot about Patty's last word.
And then she admitted she forgot it. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Today's workday has been very hard for me. I'm sorry. We're recording in the midst of my workday. Okay, Patty, what's your last word?
My last word of this podcast is heart because we played with heart last night. We got our heart broken our last game and yeah, and the day before. But our hearts grow with every game. Our hearts grow with every player, with every point, and just our hearts are full. So heart.
She's been thinking about that for a while, guys.
And I'm like, is she gonna? Is she? Is she gonna do it? Am I gonna get a feed here? What's going on?
Okay. And with that, Megan's gonna go back to work now, guys.
But
Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.